This is Eagle Al, and let's get straight into it. I want to talk about two guys that are basically on the trade market, but fifth year option was declined. Two former first round picks. And first, I want to talk about Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen is a guy us Eagles fans been talking about for a while. We want him to be a Philadelphia Eagle, 100 plus tackles, think two interceptions, like 5 sacks. He had a really good year. One forced fumble, very great year, but in the beginning of the year, he was struggling. Ravens were ready for him to be that number one guy. They had to trade for Roquan Smith from the Bears, and that's when he turned it up. He was really good in that number two role. He was good in that number two role, excelled a lot, but I guess the Ravens thought, like, we got you for a first round pick. We expect you to be that guy. They end up paying Roquan Smith and drafting Trenton Simmons. Trenton Simmons, to me, who has a high upside, they drafted him like in the third round. So I'm assuming they're going Trenton Simmons and Roquan Smith, and that Patrick Queen will eventually be moved. How we should make the call, see what the Ravens want, offer them something instead of letting him go. Patrick Queen did delete everything off his Instagram. Ravens like even his own pictures. So Patrick Queen is definitely letting it be known he won out. He won out. The team don't believe in him. And come to Philly, pair him up with Nakobe Dean. Him and Nakobe Dean, I think, will mesh well together. They play very similar. I personally think Nakobe Dean IQ is a tad bit higher than Patrick Queen. Like I said, pair the two together, have Morrow rotate, or Morrow and Sean Bradley battle it out, have one of those guys rotate. I believe that's a good core. Now your team is complete. You got the safeties that you want. Whoever starts, the safety battle is going to be fun to watch. You got the defensive line already, got the cornerbacks already, but that will complete the team. Patrick Queen, Nakobe Dean, Slade Bradbury outside, maybe Sidney Brown, Edmonds, maybe Sidney Brown and Reed Blankenship, and Edmonds, and have Sidney Brown rotate. So this will definitely complete the team, because when I look at the linebacker position, I won't say it's hurting, but there's holes there. Like, if you had to nitpick with anything with the Eagles, it's that linebacker position. Also, there's another linebacker I want to talk about that's on the market, and I really like him. I actually like him better than Patrick Queen, and that's Isaiah Simmons from the Cardinals. Now, a lot of people think he's a bust. He's not that good. I think he was picked in the top 15 a couple years ago. And he was supposed to be the guy that revolutionized the game because of his speed. He ran a 4.39. You could put him at safety. You could put him at edge. You could put him at linebacker. But his stats really don't show it. He had about 70 sacks. I said 70 sacks. 70 tackles. About 2 to 4 sacks in that range. About like 2 to 4 forced fumbles. I see his potential. Even in the NFL level, I see what he can do. But I think the Arizona Cardinals are not using him right. They doing to him, to me personally, what they did to Hassan Reddick. Look at Hassan Reddick's first year with the Arizona Cardinals. Like, it was terrible. Then Hassan Reddick himself had to hit up the defensive coordinator like, yo, I want to play edge. That's where I'm best at. Let me play edge. You know what they said? Okay, cool. Show me what you got. Had double-digit sacks. Nah, we don't trust it. That was just some outlier year. He goes to the Panthers, do the same thing. Then comes to the Eagles and do the same exact thing. So I personally believe Isaiah Simmons is getting treated like Hassan Reddick is being treated, or was treated. Now Hassan Reddick got his money. I think the same thing could happen for Isaiah Simmons, but he got to figure out what he's best at. Is you best at safety? Cool, play safety. You got the speed, the length, the size. 6'4", 200 plus pounds. Linebacker, you got the size. 6'4", 200 plus pounds, and then you could play edge, but it'd be a smaller edge for sure. He really reminded me of Nolan Smith. I mean, yeah, Nolan Smith, the guy we just drafted a lot. Very athletic, but he's just in the wrong system. I think he'd come to the Eagles, put him in the right system, change the scenery. I think he will be perfectly fine, and he will be able to re-ramp his career. And PFF definitely disagree with me. They think Queen is better than Simmons. But I'm telling you, you put Simmons in the right system, the perfect system, he'll be fine. I seen flashes. Remember that game against the Raiders when Renfro thought he was going to get to the outside and it was an overtime game and Simmons ended up punching the ball out, forcing a fumble. Then the Cardinals got a big win. Isaiah Simmons did his thing that game. Put him in the right system. How we got to make the call. For one of these guys, I'm happy. But if you ask me which one I would prefer Isaiah Simmons, in my personal opinion. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about these two guys, fifth-year options being declined? How we should definitely make the call to each team, see what they want. You know, you don't want to just let these guys walk. Don't get nothing for it. Maybe we'll get you a future fifth rounder, sixth rounder. I don't know. But this is Eagle Al. I'm out.